Question number 1. The circle graph shows the results of a budget Riley created for his expenses during his junior year of college. Riley has a total budget of $5,000. Write a ratio that compares the part of his budget allocated for clothing to the part of his budget allocated for food. So we're going to do clothing to food. Express this ratio as a fraction, decimal, and a percent, and then interpret the ratio's meaning. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to figure out how much money did Riley spend on clothing. So clothing is 15%. So we're going to have 15 over 100 equals X over total. His total budget is $5,000. So we're going to need to cross multiply 5,000 times 15. I'm going to have 0, 0, 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 0 placeholder, 3 zeros. And 5 times 1 is 5. And I'll add that up, and I'll get 0, 0, 0, 5, 7. So I have 75,000. So 75,000 is equal to 100x. Then we need to divide by 100 to isolate our variable. When we divide by 100, our decimal moves 2 places to the left. So x is equal to 750. So Riley spent $750 on clothing. Now we need to calculate how much did Riley spend on food. So for food, we're going to do 20 over 100 equals x over 5,000. So we have our 100x when we do our cross multiplication. We need to multiply 5,000 by 20. Going to have a 0 placeholder. And then 2 times 0 is 0, 3 times. 2 times 5 is 10. So we have 100,000 is equal to 100x. We divide by 100. When we divide by 100, our decimal moves 2 places to the left. So x is equal to 1,000. So Riley spends $1,000 on food. Now the question said to write a ratio. So my ratio is going to be clothing to food. So clothing is 750 and food is 1,000. And the problem says to express it as a fraction, decimal to percent. We're just going to express it as a percent. So we have 750 over 1,000. We want to express it as a percent. And we know that if we get our denominator to be a 100, then that is a percent. So we can divide the numerator by 10, and that would become 75. And we could divide the denominator by 10, and that would become 100. And we know that 75 over 100 is 75%.